The only Dutch woman executed for her wartime activities was Ans van Dijk. Despite Dutch neutrality, Nazi Germany invaded the Netherlands on the 10th of May 1940 as part of Valjelb. During World War I, the Dutch government, under Peter Cort van der Linden, had managed to preserve Dutch neutrality throughout the conflict. In the interwar period, the Netherlands had continued to pursue its independence policy even after the rise to power of the Nazi Party in Germany in 1933. Initially, the Netherlands was placed under German military control. However, after the refusal of the Dutch government to return, the Netherlands was placed under control by a German civilian governor on the 29th of May 1940. Unlike France or Denmark, which had their own governments, and Belgium, which was under German military control. The civil government, the Rijkskommissariat Nederland, was headed by the Austrian Nazi Arthur Seyss-Inquart. Many Dutch men and women chose or were forced to collaborate with the German regime or joined the German armed forces, which usually would mean being placed in the Waffen-SS. Others, like members of the Henneicke Column, were actively involved in capturing hiding Jews for a price and delivering them to the German occupiers. It is estimated that the Henneicke Column captured around 8,000 to 9,000 Dutch Jews who were ultimately murdered in the German death camps. Among these collaborators was Ans van Dijk. She was born in Amsterdam. Ans van Dijk was the daughter of Jewish parents Aron van Dijk and Kaatje. She married Bram Querido in 1927, and they separated in 1935. After the marriage ended, she began a lesbian relationship with a woman named Miep Stadel, and opened a millinery shop called Mazenevenie in Amsterdam. The shop was closed by the Nazis in 1941 as part of their seizure of Jewish property. Jews were forbidden to own businesses or work in retail shops, amongst other occupational restrictions. Stadel fled to Switzerland in 1942. Van Dijk was responsible for betraying Anne and 7 other Jews in hiding behind an Amsterdam office building. According to Kremer, his late father, also named Gerard Kremer, occasionally spotted Van Dijk during her visits to a Nazi office building where Kremer worked during the war. There, she supposedly met with handlers and made phone calls. Kremer, who died in 1978, overheard Van Dijk speaking about Jews who were in hiding on the Prinsengracht, the canal where Anne's so-called secret annex was located. The conversation allegedly took place at the beginning of August, just days before the Nazis raided the annex on August 4, 1944. Of the 8 Jews in hiding, only Otto Frank survived the Holocaust. This is not the first time Van Dijk has been named as a suspect in the betrayal of Anne Frank. As the only woman executed by Dutch authorities for collaborating with the Nazis, her name has been associated with the diarist's arrest for decades. In the 1960s, when Dutch police conducted an investigation into the arrest of Anne and the other Jews, it was noted that Van Dijk had betrayed 2 Jews who were in hiding close to the secret annex. Reportedly, her tip-off was received just a day or 2 before the Nazis arrested the 8 Jews hidden behind Otto Frank's office building. Born to Jewish parents, Ans van Dijk married a man named Bram Querido in 1927. The partnership lasted for 8 years, at which point Van Dijk set up shop with a woman named Miep Stadel. Before the war, Van Dijk opened a hat store in Amsterdam called Mazenevenie in which he employed Stadel. The couple shared an apartment above the shop. Van Dijk remained under the radar until 1941, when her business was closed as part of the Nazi occupiers' anti-Jewish laws. Shortly afterwards, her lover fled to Switzerland. As the Nazis started to deport Jews from the city, Van Dijk initially helped the resistance by supplying her fellow Jews with hiding places, identity papers, and necessities. In the process of making these connections, she went into hiding herself. On Easter in 1943, however, she was betrayed and arrested along with other Jews. Fortuitously for her own survival, Van Dijk was captured by Nazi security police detective Peter Schaap, a man who is said to have recognized something in Van Dijk's demeanor. Schaap offered her freedom in exchange for her help in capturing other Jews in hiding. Van Dijk accepted the offer, which in addition to sparing her life, included cash incentives. Van Dijk betrayed 9 Jews, including her own brother, his wife, and their 3 children. Going by a fake name, the cunning Van Dijk convinced dozens of Jews that she sought to help them. Instead, she betrayed their hiding places to Schaap, who in turn had the Jews arrested. Among her strategies, Van Dijk maintained a trap house close to Anne Frank's childhood home in the River Quarter, for the purpose of ensnaring unsuspecting Jews. After the war, Van Dijk moved to The Hague, where she was arrested at a girlfriend's home on June 20, 1945. Charged with 23 counts of treason, Van Dijk appeared before a special court in Amsterdam and confessed to all the counts against her. During her trial, Van Dijk admitted to helping the Nazis capture at least 145 Jews, including her relatives. According to some estimates, she and the hunters she managed were responsible for the capture of as many as 700 Jews. The prosecutor famously accused Van Dijk of having a satanic hunting instinct, and an ex-lover referred to her as a devil in human form. In her defense, Van Dijk told the special court she had acted out of self-preservation and wild fear. Despite her pleas, the collaborator was sentenced to death. She filed appeals with the court and the Queen, both of which were denied. On January 14, 1948, Van Dijk was executed by a firing squad of 12 in Amsterdam. The day before, she had been baptized and joined the Roman Catholic Church in a final, desperate attempt to save her life. She was given an anonymous burial. Ans van Dijk was 42 years at the time of her execution. Thank you for watching Death Row.